when I'm not into the thick of my job, my work, and what I need to do at the university. I could write freely. There's another thing in the morning. It's generally so quiet, you don't hear.
Welcome to D50 After Dark. I'm your host, Mickey Bennett, and today we're going to have one more conversation with past District Director Gaurav Shekhar. We're going to talk about some of his tips on the process of writing a book. So if you're interested in book writing, check out this episode. Welcome back to the show, Gaurav.
Thank you.
All right, so you've written a book.
Yes.
You've written one book or more than one book?
One that is with the publisher right now. It's in the process of printing. It'll be available in August of 2025.
Now you're an educator, so this is a textbook?
It is a textbook. This is for my class, Foundations of Business Intelligence, that I've been teaching since 2017.
Yeah.
And I think it was high time I turned that into a book. So finally I was able to write one.
So if you're not a business analytics student, this may not be the target audience for this particular book, but along the way you learned a few tips about the book writing process that you can share with us.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, this book is written for anybody. If you are interested in business intelligence and what it is and how to go about data, if you want a conversational read, this is a book for you.
Okay, well, I'm an analyst, so maybe I will check out your book.
Okay.
What's the title?
The title is Business Intelligence Simplified, Your Playbook.
Okay, well maybe I will check it out. So let's go through your tips. What's your first tip?
Figure out the time when you can write the best. I think that is something, it takes a lot of trial and error. For me, I thought I will write the book when I have time. It doesn't work like that because your mind is occupied with things. You are not in the right mode. You're probably thinking about work and other things, and your thoughts are not coming out freely. People talk about the writer's block. The writer's block is nothing, but it's just that what you want to write is not flowing correctly, and everything else is trying to just occupy the same bandwidth. I figured out that when I'm at rest, of course, everybody is at rest when they wake up. That was the best time for me. I started waking up a little early. It took me a little while before I could hit that 4:30 a.m. And then for the next hour and a half is when I would start writing.
So you'd get up a little bit earlier and before doing anything else. Some people, they get up earlier and then go work out, which is a good strategy for finding time to work out. But for you get up early to write your book. Are you a morning person?
I am not. I don't know what kind of person I am. I can wake up in the morning if needed. I can stay up very late until night. But it took so much time before I could really wake up comfortably in the morning. And that helped. You know what? Once the routine was set and I knew that this is the time when I'm not into the thick of my job, my work, and what I need to do at the university, I could write freely. There's another thing in the morning. It's generally so quiet. You don't hear a lot of noise. People don't understand, but you might not be sitting between vehicles that are honking at each other, but in the day, there is this noise. This is, I don't know what to call it, but it's very different than early in the morning.
Interesting.
So when your mind is relaxed and you can really let the thoughts flow, writing becomes easy.
Very cool. So people talk about being a morning person or a night owl, and I say you are what you say you are.
Yeah.
So say that you're a writer and early in the morning is your time to write.
It is.
Or find something that's really going to work for you that cuts down your writer's block. So what's your next tip?
I think I would give a lot of kudos to my publisher who helped with me.
Yeah.
They became my accountability partner.
How so?
So, see, this is a textbook.
Yeah.
I teach in the fall every year now. If this book was ready in spring, I cannot use it for fall. I would have to wait another year to use it.
Because it takes time for the publisher to print it and distribute it.
If I'm not teaching in spring,
Yeah.
I can't target spring. So for me, and they worked with me really well. So what we did was we finalized, that, okay, we're going to use this book this fall, which is in August. This is the first day of classes. Let's work a timeline backwards from that. And that gave me some milestones. They gave me exact dates when what was due. To be honest, when I saw that schedule, and sometimes, I'm getting very close to the deliverable. And if there's a delay, I had that push because I knew if I miss that date, that event, the final date is going to get impacted.
Yeah.
And if it is delayed, then this book will not be usable for another year.
Yeah.
And I can't delay this by another year because maybe it doesn't stay relevant
Yep.
after a year.
Yeah.
It has to come out now.
Yeah.
So I think my publisher used to check in with me all the time as to how am I doing? Have I sent something? They actually broke it down into simpler milestones for me. Like the first milestone was simple, get an outline. Now, it might feel like, oh, an outline is so simple. It's just a few topics that you'll be writing about. But just thinking about what those topics would be, in what order it will be, it took time. So I think they really made the process easy. I mean, they're a publisher. They have worked with so many authors, so they know what it is. But I felt, for me, the difference, because did I start thinking about writing a book now? No, it's been on my mind for years. I tried it in the past. It did not work out very well. It was because somebody who was just accountable for getting it published in this way, that now I knew that I was going to use this book in my my course that I'm going to teach.
Yeah.
I tried writing a book in the past, and again, another very good publisher, but I didn't know where that book was going to be used because it was not one of my courses. It wasn't something, I didn't know where the use was. I would have written that book and it was an excellent topic, and maybe I'll pick it up again.
Yeah.
Now, since I've done this once, I know how it is to write a book, and I might try it again. But this accountability partner, where they were really helping me move forward, helped.
So having a deadline that you're working towards, helped you, and having the accountability partner. Now, you were fortunate enough that you had a publisher and they had the experience and could hold you accountable to it. Some of our listeners may not have a publishing deal set up yet, and that's like a whole other can of worms that we won't get into. But there's other people they could go to be their accountability partner.
Oh, absolutely. And again, let me take a few steps back. I had a publisher in the past as well. I had deadlines as well. But this time what was different was I knew exactly when I need to get this book out, and the business objective of this book, which is to get to the right students, would be impacted if it is not written in that time. The minute I was able to marry my personal objectives of an author with who the audience and the audience's objective was, that was a push.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened was some of my colleagues who are going to teach the same course. We have multiple sections of it, and I have a few other colleagues who are teaching the same class. They showed support. They said, if you write this book, it sounds like a great book. It sounds like a good outline. We would use it. So that was it was a morale boost for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, there are people waiting for this book.
Yeah.
Even though it was just two of my colleagues who told me that they would use it, but I could see that it could go to several hundred students in one time. See, that was my positive reinforcement that there is an audience waiting.
Yep. Which I think ties into your third tip.
It does. And I think in the past, when I had these challenges around writing the book, the reason was because I was thinking what I want to say. I want to say, and we do that. That's what an author is for, right? You have a message.
Yeah.
You have a topic you want to write about, and then you write it your way. This time I pivoted a little bit. I was like, how would my students would love to read this book? We are in an age where reading is becoming more of a hassle, right? our attention span is less.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping people hooked to a topic is difficult.
Sure.
Getting difficult. How do you keep them? I started thinking like my students.
Yeah.
This whole book is written in a simpler way than what I had anticipated it to be, because I want it to be something that they can relate to. Instead of talking about the technicalities of the book, the way the technicalities are, I could talk about examples of what they see on a daily basis. Like, this is a business intelligence book. I talk about data warehouses, I talk about databases, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of talking about in those technical terms and in a technical way, using the jargon, I talked about refrigerators and cooking and going to Walmart and drawing parallels, because something that they have experienced, it's very easy for them to connect to.
Yeah.
And I think the difference between now and my previous attempts to writing the book was that now I was looking at the content of my book from the reader's perspective,
Yeah.
rather than what I wanted to write. Yes, I have my outline, but how it will be read, how it will be accepted, there is so much sophistication in simplicity.
Yeah.
Write it in a simple way.
Yeah.
You said at the beginning that this topic might not be, and that's true. It may not resonate with everybody, but I think if somebody really becomes interested in this topic,
Yeah.
they would find the writing simple.
Yeah.
Making things simple is the most difficult job.
Yeah. I know that from speech writing is you when you first start giving speeches in Toastmasters, you're saying, 5 to 7 minutes. How am I going to speak for 5 minutes? That's so long. Well, I quickly found out, how am I going to cut it down to 7 minutes? Like, I have so much to say, and I have to trim so much.
Yeah. I remember once I wrote it, I felt good about it, and then the publisher started sending some proofs to just show how the look and feel is.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good moment, because now you're seeing your product come to life.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started reading it, I'm like, oh man, this may need a little bit of tweaking still.
Yeah.
Because now it's been a few days since you wrote it.
Yeah.
Somebody has produced the final form.
Yeah.
And now you're asking this question: if you are that student, would you read it?
Yeah.
I think that's what we could see, our thoughts as writers are very personal to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we want nobody to say anything about what we are speaking about. But as an author, it is not just about what your thoughts are. It's also about, are they relevant to your to your audiences that are going to read it.
Yeah.
That relevance is the key.
Yeah.
Am I keeping it simple? Am I keeping it relevant? Am I keeping it insightful? And is this making a difference? These 4 things, if an author can figure out, whatever they're writing will become easy for their readers. And remember, you can write a book forever, right? We all are writing a book forever. There's one topic all of us have, and we are writing that book forever. Will my message stay relevant at the end? So depending on what your topic is, you also have to ask that question. And that's where sometimes mentors come into picture. If somebody says, sure, you know what, you have a 12-month time to write this book. After 12 months, this audience that you started with at month 0, are they going to read it the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Good is the enemy of perfect. Or the other way around.
Perfect is the
enemy of good. I always say it the wrong way. Yeah. Perfect is the enemy of good. And we're always on the path to write the most perfect book.
But there's no perfect book.
There's no perfect book. Bring out your ideas. Let people have, because what you're doing is, you're not letting people read your ideas. If you really want it to be in front of people, let it be in front of people. There's so much power in feedback, good or bad. You know what? Maybe you write once and it doesn't work. It's just like our speeches.
Mm-hmm.
Our speeches, we started with some version of them. And sometimes I've done it myself. The same speech has evolved over a period of time. The relevance has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The messaging has changed.
Yep.
The impact has changed. Because if I had set out to write the perfect speech and would have never given a speech. Number one, nobody have understood or would have been aware of what my thought process is. Nobody would have known what kind of a speaker I am. I would have not known what kind of a speaker I am. I would have never got feedback.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm waiting forever to be perfect. And I rarely have that opportunity for others to help me grow.
Well, it sounds like that's a fourth tip. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good.
There you go. I'll say it the right way. Perfect is the enemy of good.
Yeah, don't
And
let
good,
it be.
And good is great.
Yep. Yep. All right, perfect. So I think our listeners have 4 great tips to get started. Find out when the best time to write is, maybe the morning. Get an accountability partner, whether it be their publisher or maybe someone they know in Toastmasters who's already written a book. Keep your audience in mind. Keep it simple for them to consume your book in an enjoyable way. And then don't let perfect be the enemy of good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and for your advice. It's been so much fun talking to you and catching up with you, Gaurav. And good luck at UTD.
Oh, thank you so much. And it was a pleasure being here on the show.
Great
Thank
talking
you.
to you. And to our audience, thank you so much for listening again. And if you have some ideas of who should be the next guest on D50 After Dark, come send us an email. We'd love to hear from you your ideas of who we should have and what we should talk about. Until next time, thank you for listening.